We're here trying your Pinot Noir and your Chardonnay, so we could probably call this like a mini Burgundy in Itata.
I don't know. It's an Itata in Itata. We don't hope to be Burgundy. We just hope to be the best we can be here in Itata to show what Itata can give in terms of climate, in terms of soil, in terms of grape to everyone. So. And
how would you say that the climate and soil and grape is reflected here in the Chardonnay?
Well, the climate, it's intense because you have a big difference of temperatures between day and night, and you can see that intensity in the wines and in the grape when you taste it. But it also has a cool vibe. It's fresher than the usual central area in Chile, would give you that crisp acidity, that freshness that also it's reflected here. And the soils, the minerality you can taste in the wines and you can smell in the wines comes directly from the soils. You have a direct relation with the volcanic activity we have over here and the very old soils of Cordillera de la Costa, which is still remaining over this area, which also I hope we can see them in your wines.
Absolutely, it's got this really nice kind of, like, I would describe it as a graphite nose.
Yeah.
And in the mouth it's just got this punchy acidity that's coming through, but it's a really voluptuous wine, which, I mean, Chardonnay in some ways should be. And
the other thing you get in the wines is also a very nice balance, which I also think you can see here in the raw nature. It's harmonic. And that I think you can taste it also in the wines, and that's a good thing.
And let's talk about the harmony of Chile, because this is the most volcanically active region in the world.
Yeah.
Your soils around here are actually volcanic as well, in part. We've got the crazy cold Pacific Ocean. We've got the dry desert to the north. We've got the ice in the south. Andes all up through the middle. I mean, how does Chile achieve this harmony when it's so extreme?
You can find harmony in chaos also, but I think it's a balance. You have the scalding hot up in the north, you have freezing cold down, then you have a balance. Then you have the cold Pacific Ocean, and then you have the cold Andes on the other side. I don't know if that balance out, but
this is the oasis in the middle.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. And I don't think every single place is useful, but you have some very interesting and lovely places around here to take advantage from. And I hope everyone start doing that.
Absolutely. And here we're in Itata, so this valley is very renowned for old vines as well, and a long history in wine culture and winemaking. You were born in Concepcion, which is the biggest city in the region. And what's it like living in this region, and what kind of heritage do you think the wines have, and the food has, and the lifestyle here?
It's impressive because even though Itata is the oldest wine region in Chile, Concepcion doesn't have a very big wine culture. I think it's getting more now than it was that I used to have when I was a kid. And you can see, even though me was born in the city, when you speak with some other friends or relatives who had some relatives who lived inland, everyone used to make wines in their houses. And also there's a very interesting fact that in Tomé, which is the place where you're going in a few hours, there were 10 barrel makers.
Really?
Cooperages. And they used to do the wines here and send them in the cask down the Itata River or down the Ñuble River to the coast, and then put them in the ships and take them up to north. So I think there's a huge hidden wine culture, but it's not massive. It's not in the city, and I hope it start getting there. I think people is getting much more interested in wine now. Concepcion has evolved a lot in that way, but it's still a lot to learn, lots to improve. But it's very interesting what's happening right now.
And I think, I mean, Itata, I think, is something, a valley that everyone's calling one of the most exciting valleys in Chile right now, and the future of Chilean wine.
Yeah.
But in terms of touristically, it's not really on the map. So as a local, what can you recommend that someone might come and enjoy in Itata? What should they eat? What should they see? Which places should they stay in?
Well, you have some lovely places up in the Andes. If you like winter sports, you have that. And in
a big ski area.
Yeah, there's the Chillán. It's a lovely ski center with some very nice hotels and cabins up there. And you have the coast, which has a lovely coastal area, cabins, also some small hotels, quite boutique, but still it's a lot of development. But it's quite interesting because you still get the true landscape. You get the true treatment, not the makeup one. And it's lovely. You can taste some true kitchen. Chilean cuisine hasn't that a big tradition, but you can find some very interesting things. For example, in Concepcion, there's a small caleta, cove, isn't it?
Yeah, cove,
yes.
Like a bay area.
Which it's renowned because every year they have the Changle festival. No, not Changle. It's Changai festival.
What's Changai?
Changai, it's a small crab.
Oh, yummy.
And every year they get together and they harvest lots of Changai, and they make empanada of Changai, I don't know, Changai stove, different preparations of Changai, and no one knows about it.
That sounds delicious. When is it?
It already was, I think it's around February. You also have the changle, which I was naming, it's a fungus. François knows a lot about it. It's a lovely fungus to eat, which also grows. It's very rare. You can find it in some forests, some native forests, and every year you get very little of it. And what you also can try in the coast is the seafood, and the fishes are lovely. You can get very fresh seafood, very lovely fish. Caldillo de congrio, empanada de marisco, macha, ostione. It's amazing.
It's endless. And what would you recommend is your ideal Chilean food pairing for los patricios Chardonnay?
For los patricios Chardonnay, I think Caldillo de congrio goes lovely.
And that's like an eel stew, basically.
Yeah, it's an eel stew. It's typical Chilean. I think also it goes lovely with a paella, which is Spanish, but it goes really nice. And with the more strong oily fishes, I don't know, mero, albacora, salmon, it goes lovely also.
Perfect. It's delicious, it's going down very well. And I like the idea of Itata being Chile without makeup.
Yeah,
it's a nice thing that you said.
And when you go up near the coast and you see that very old vines, that's it. It's not makeup. It's what has been there for the last 300 years. So when you come here, you can go to Cerro Verde, which is an area called over there. You can stop, stand up in one of the highest hills, and you can have a very nice look at the whole valley up here, down here, and it's lovely. It's very, very nice.
It's a beautiful place, delicious wines, really enjoyable. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, salud.